The bodybuilding industry is a place where the quote-unquote "where are they now" is quite favored. This is very interesting to see retired bodybuilders today who in the past had one of the most outstanding physiques in the planet. Throughout these past decades, lots of bodybuilders after retirement are obviously not in the same shape as they were in the past due to age factors, but some retired bodybuilders still look decently in shape, yet other retired bodybuilders completely look deformed to where their bodies look like they've been carved by beat down PS2 looking graphics. And this is where Ronnie Coleman comes in. When we take a look at old school bodybuilders today, the majority are battling with the consequences of the steroid use and heavy lifting from the past. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who had about 3 heart surgeries, Paul Dillett, who didn't have that much damage but went badly out of shape, Flex Wheeler, who lost a leg, Cali Massel, who completely looks thrown away, and Dorian Yates, who's still in good shape but undergo a hip surgery recently. But the one bodybuilder who had the biggest karma out of all the bodybuilders in the world is Ronnie Coleman. In this whole planet Earth, there's only one best bodybuilder of all time, and that is Ronnie Coleman. And yeah, some can argue and say Lee Haney has the same amount of Mr. Olympia wins as Ronnie Coleman, which doesn't make Ronnie the best of all time. But Lee Haney only dominated the bodybuilding scene, whilst Ronnie Coleman dominated both the bodybuilding scene and the powerlifting scene too, lifting insane amount of heavy weight, which I highly doubt anyone could do in today's age. But okay, what if someone has broken past Ronnie Coleman's max PR? Either way, this still doesn't top Ronnie Coleman, as back then there wasn't as much access to research and strategic techniques to bounce off 600 pounds off your chest as quickly as possible. So the overall summary is that Ronnie Coleman still remains the best bodybuilder in human history. And to be honest, I don't think there will be anyone that genetically gifted as Ronnie Coleman. And yeah, most 100% there is someone in this world out of the 6 billion people who has far more better genetics as Ronnie Coleman. It's just are not acknowledged about it or have somewhat no interest in bodybuilding.
Are you in pain all the time?
Yeah, but as long as I'm doing what I love doing, I'm okay.
What did you just say? But the initial question of this video is what happened to Ronnie Coleman? Ronnie back then was taller, bigger, and resembled dominance wherever he went. But as of today, Ronnie Coleman can't be taken seriously. After his 13 spinal surgeries and 2 hip surgeries, Ronnie has lost mobility to walk effectively and gives off an awkward vibe watching an old man crawling upstage for 4 straight minutes. And yeah, I understand he's old, but Arnold Schwarzenegger is about 10 years older than Ronnie Coleman. With this endless crippling state of Ronnie Coleman, the whole world doesn't take bro seriously anymore. I mean, they got Ronnie Coleman cosplaying as C-Bum with Mike Israetel and Jesse James. There's nothing wrong with collabing in a video, but my opinion is that if Ronnie Coleman holds such a success in bodybuilding history, doesn't he have something better to do? I mean, just think of this: an ex-Marine general who fought thousands of wars and survived, who in 40 years later is treated like a child's play, inviting the ex-general for a teacup party with children. At least let's get my view that Ronnie Coleman should at least be laid up in the top hierarchy with his all-time military badges. You feel me? Like a general laid back in retirement, not some guy that just be like chilling there, man. I don't know if this was due to the steroid use, but Ronnie Coleman now and then looks sloppy. There's times whereby Ronnie Coleman would stare into the mist while being interviewed or say some off-topic conversations out of the blue,
Yeah, I think, listen, Ronnie was bigger. There's no question. He was definitely more matured. And
this case could be brain fog from all the spinal surgeries which cause fatigueness within Ronnie Coleman's consciousness. But hey, this video isn't me bashing the king Ronnie Coleman. I'm just giving my opinion on bro and sharing my thoughts on why people just don't seem to take Ronnie Coleman as serious anymore.
You can see that the effect of long-standing lifting and working out has done to his body. He's leaning forward, and that's called kyphosis, and he's using walking aids because he can't stand up straight.
How much pain do you feel every day on a scale of 1 to 10?
9, 10. Yeah, it's pretty heavy. When I do appearances, my pain level goes up to like a 12, 13. It's almost unbearable.
Wow, that's pretty crazy to live in that much pain every day. I see patients in my office who live in severe pain. I can't imagine going through my day-to-day life and being in so much pain. And despite physicians and surgeons who have instructed Ronnie Coleman to stop lifting weights, hey, you're damaging your body. He loves it so much that, he still does it.
Bro, what's wrong with him? Something wrong with this nigga, bro.
Ronnie, what are you doing?
I'm leaving.
What? Why?
Chris Bone would never be in one of your videos.
Okay.
Who cares about that? Right now, we need you to focus on giving the award.
Oh,
now focus up.
Bro, what's wrong with him?
When you take an old school bodybuilder like Dorian Yates, Arnold, Kevin Laverne, and Lee Priest, these guys are still holding some size and fitness. Unlike Ronnie Coleman, who now has candlesticks as legs with no single lump of muscle. Like Ronnie Coleman, the man who had the biggest legs, and yeah, age plays a huge role on retaining muscle. That makes sense. But if Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't have as superior genetics as Ronnie Coleman, but has somewhat a decent quad muscle build, how in the world does Ronnie Coleman have chopsticks as legs? But I understand he couldn't train them due to injuries, but his genetics still have to be way superior to a point where he wouldn't need to train for 5 years and still look like an open class bodybuilder. That statement makes sense. I don't care what you say. Like this is Ronnie Coleman at his prime. This is Ronnie Coleman at his prime. At least it'll make sense that by now he has some frame. He still has that muscle because, genetically superior, at least he should be able to keep his muscle or whatever. But overall, Ronnie Coleman claims that through these pains, he has no regrets of his back injuries, and the only regret he had was him not doing more. You that Ronnie Coleman is actually psychopathic, as doing more reps would have initially left his body forever paralyzed. But this current state of Ronnie does not break the fact that he accomplished things unimaginable by humans, and that's why he still remains the king of bodybuilding. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you comment your thoughts on Ronnie Coleman's current state, on whether it was worth it, and please don't bash my opinions about Ronnie in my comments. I'm just giving my honest thoughts on Ronnie Coleman. I'm telling you, like, look at me, I barely can even throw 215 off my chest, but share your thoughts, make sure you subscribe, join the army, gang.